The wildfire outbreak in California that began on the evening of Sunday, October 8 has quickly spread through the city. Here are some images and clips from the fire. Day, October 10, in California, firefighting efforts continued against multiple wildfires that began on the evening of October 8 and quickly spread to consume 115,000 acres, causing at least 13 deaths, hospitalizing over 100 people, and forcing an estimated 20,000 people to evacuate, the New York Times reported. Governor Edmund G. Brown Jr. declared a state of emergency yesterday, October 9, in 8 counties affected by the fires: Napa, Sonoma, Yuba, Butte, Lake, Mendocino, Nevada, and Orange counties, empowering state agencies to use all available resources for disaster response and relief, according to the Governor's Office of Emergency Services, OES. In this photo, fire consumes a barn as an out-of-control wildfire moves through the area on October 9 in Glen Ellen, California.
The fire swept down the valley with apocalyptic fury. Flames as high as skyscrapers hopscotching the canopies, raining flaming terror. Families fleeing, navigating this hellish landscape. Cinders swirling in the air. 23,000 people displaced in Northern California. We spent time today with a crew of firefighters from Riverside County, California. Exhaustion remains one of the greatest perils.
You guys pretty tired?
We're getting there. Yeah, all of our resources have been going at it for about a month and a half.
Like others out here, selective about what they could save.
Firefighters are letting this burn. They're not concerned with this kind of grass fire. Their main concern right now, because they're so overwhelmed, is protecting homes and people.
The Valley Fire, 100 miles north of San Francisco, threatening Napa County, fueled by dry conditions and 30-mile-per-hour winds, exploding from a small fire over the weekend to a 60,000-square-acre monster. One of the fastest spreading and most destructive fires in California this year. Up to 1,000 homes and structures destroyed, one person killed, so many unprepared for its speed, trying desperately to outrun it. This man driving through the worst of it. These time-lapse videos capture the panicked exodus. Watch as this driver struggles to find his way out. Fire everywhere he turns. You can hear the fire's jet engine roar. Others cornered by those ferocious flames and smoke.
Scariest thing I've ever been through in my life. We've lost all of our homes and some pets. We're just devastated.
As the flames overtook an entire town, overwhelmed firefighters did what they could.
These guys are very limited on resources. Every engine has got multiple structures to try and protect, and you just can't save everything.
Retired firefighter Todd Sudmeyer live streaming the desperate fight to save Middletown, California.
They're putting water on this particular house because it's at a corner, and they don't want to lose this corner.
Officials estimate nearly 40% of Middletown now scorched earth. This is what one house looked like before the blaze. And this is all that's left of it today. Over the weekend, 4 firefighters were burned, now recovering. One of them, Richard Rafe, giving the thumbs up from his hospital bed.
We are really in a battle with nature, that nature is more powerful than we are.
About 11,000 firefighters are battling the fires, putting in grueling shifts,
Slow and safe.
many lasting more than 24 hours, some over 36 hours. Crews so fatigued they've been flopping down in driveways or fields for just a few minutes of rest.
Look, block after block is just devastation.
Don Lopez is one of California's fatigued firefighters. He retired last year, but decided to volunteer. Since then, it's been a parade of one fire after another.
And then from the Rag Fire, I went to the Rocky Fire, to the Jerusalem Fire, to the Peterson Fire, to the Little Grade Fire. And I was 34 days straight on all those.
Lopez has been a firefighter for more than 3 decades, appearing in this heroic Pulitzer Prize-winning photograph.
This is all my yard right here.
But never before has a wildfire hit so close to home. While fighting that quick-moving valley fire, he learned that flames on the other side of the blaze were shifting towards his own hometown of Middletown.
I didn't know if I had a house to come to. I heard it was hitting Middletown pretty hard. You know, you started hearing all kinds of rumors, but, you know, you don't really know what to believe. So I just kept working and hoping for the best. I mean, there's nothing I can do at that point.
He called his wife Heidi, with whom we caught up later.
When I talked to my husband, I've never heard him raise his voice, and he was knocking on doors to tell people to get out. And he told one person, "You've got 3 minutes or the sheriff's coming for you."
Heidi evacuated just minutes before the fire hit town. Fortunately, those flames stopped right here on Lopez's property.
If the fire had moved 10 feet closer to the house,
Yes.
this wouldn't be standing.
I really don't know how it's still here. I really don't know. Everything is gone.
Lopez's house was spared, his daughter's wasn't.
Everything's gone. Our house is gone. We only moved in there in November. All we have is gone. We don't know what to do. It's just devastating.
Still, tonight her father is going back to the fire.
So you're going back on the fire
I'm
line
going back
right
on the fire line up on the cob area. 'Cause that's what I do. I'm a fireman. That's all I know how to do. Is help whoever else is out there that I can help.
Tonight, thousands of people like Lopez on the fire lines, but behind him, scientists trying to better understand the fires. My colleague Clayton Sandell recently visited this Federal Fire Sciences laboratory in Missoula, Montana, where wildfires are studied.
Look into the flame zone.
There is like a little trough.
There's a little trough.
Yeah.
That's the air pushing those little parcels forward.
Scientists here warn that stopping destructive fires is getting tougher. More people are building homes in wildfire-prone areas, and more flames are being put out before they naturally burn off dry trees and brush, fuel for megafires. In this experiment, we see how dry sediment pushes the flames forward.
They're like waves in water, and they are pushing forward, and they exit the flame zone up ahead, and they splash into the fuels at the top, and that's what lights the new particles on fire.
That's how your wildfires get big.
That's how they get big, and that's how they spread.
Today, as the fires continue to burn, hundreds of evacuees from that fast-moving valley fire find temporary shelter in tents, while others take refuge in this shopping center parking lot. And tonight, Don Lopez's family not fighting fires, but fighting to keep its spirit up.
I think we've eaten maybe one meal in the past 2 days. It's like...
Still, you keep a smile on your face.
You have to. Because you go to the campground and there are people that have lost.
A dangerous wildfire is exploding in California. It's closing in on homes, forcing more than 1,000 people to evacuate. ABC's Jim Avila is on the scene in Corona. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, George. A heroic effort overnight as firefighters struggle with intense flames and working to save hundreds of homes. Mandatory evacuations underway for more than 1,300 people.
Flames were across every hill all the way around us, swirling embers. It was crazy.
The fire dangerously close to this highway, several lanes shutting down as people spent the night desperately trying to evacuate.
I started packing my car.
It's called the Canyon Wildfire, and it's quickly burning from 1/4 of an acre to at least 1,700 acres. 2 super scoopers dropping water, another plane seen here dropping fire retardant, and 6 helicopters attacking the fire. But early this morning,
They said the helicopters are not coming anymore because it's a visibility issue.
Wildfires lighting up the skies in Southern California.
It was a tornado of embers going through here.
I've never seen anything like this.
This video taken from a home showing the raging inferno up close.
Just came up quickly like a firestorm. Came up over the ridge there, probably 50-foot flames.
Firefighters scrambling to get the hydrants as the fire quickly spreads. 300 homes in jeopardy. Whipping wildfire winds, making for an incredibly dangerous situation. As you can see behind me, firefighters are still on guard here, hoping that the fire will remain put down and that there are no more hot spots. They're guarding against that through the night and morning.